On September 14, 2018, the White House released a briefing statement regarding land and agriculture titled President Donald J. Trump mobilized a massive federal response ahead of Hurricane Florence. That briefing statement said, "To the incredible citizens of North Carolina, South Carolina and the entire East Coast, we have already begun mobilizing our assets to respond accordingly, and we are here for you. President Donald J. Trump immediate support in place." President Donald J. Trump's administration put preparations in place to assist states and local governments ahead of Hurricane Florence. More than 3,800 federal employees, including more than 1,000 from the Federal Emergency Management Agency, FEMA, are working with state and local partners to respond to Hurricane Florence. The Department of Health and Human Services, HHS, prepositioned more than 560 personnel ahead of Florence to support health and medical needs if requested. HHS and FEMA have multiple teams in North and South Carolina, including 6 FEMA Incident Management Assistance Teams, IMAT, 14 FEMA Urban Search and Rescue Task Forces, 4 HHS Disaster Medical Assistance Teams, DMAT, 1 HHS Incident Management Team, IMT. Additional resources are staged in Virginia and Maryland and ready to move into impacted areas as needed, including 3 FEMA Urban Search and Rescue Task Forces in Virginia, 3 Disaster Medical Assistance Teams Maryland. FEMA has 6 incident support bases in North Carolina, West Virginia, and Alabama readily supporting the needs of affected states. The United States Coast Guard pre-staged forces in the affected region, including 58 personnel, 4 response boats, 10 flood response boat teams, 13 incident management assistance teams, and 17 National Strike Force teams. Protecting the power grid, the Trump administration is ready to rapidly assist in restoring power after Hurricane Florence and protect nuclear power plants in the path. The United States Army Corps of Engineers, USACE, deployed a temporary emergency power team to North Carolina, and additional team leaders are on site across the region. More than 40,000 workers from at least 17 states have been mobilized by electric companies, public power utilities, and electric cooperatives. The Department of Energy, Department of Homeland Security, and FEMA are helping to coordinate these ongoing preparations ahead of Florence. The Nuclear Regulatory Commission, NRC, worked with power companies to shut down nuclear plants ahead of the storm to comply with regulatory standards during extreme weather and pre-positioned inspectors ready to monitor post-hurricane. On-site support. President Trump's administration is working with state, local, and private sector partners to support response efforts following Hurricane Florence's impact. President Trump has approved emergency disaster declarations for North Carolina, South Carolina, and Virginia, allowing the federal government to provide enhanced support. Federal resources are pre-positioned in the region, including over 100 helicopters, over 6 million meals, over 4 million liters of water, over 6,000 cots, and over 730,000 blankets. These pre-positioned resources are ready to augment private sector, state, local, and volunteer organization capacities. In addition, non-governmental partners are providing mobile kitchen units capable of preparing more than 300,000 meals per day. FEMA is working to prepare for a sheltering event of over 100,000 people. To ensure fuel supply following Florence, the Environmental Protection Agency is working with state and local authorities in coastal communities to issue fuel waivers as needed. HHS has provided Medicare and Medicaid waivers to allow those who depend on benefits to seek care if they are displaced due to Florence's impact. Veterans Affairs has performed mandatory evacuations and ensured all our facilities have topped off their energy and oxygen supplies, and have enough food until September 29. The Department of Transportation has assisted state and local authorities in making sure evacuations are as seamless as possible. The Trump administration is working with private sector partners to ensure critical information is released to the public in a timely and accurate manner. FEMA has launched a rumor control page. www.fema.gov/Florence-rumors in an effort to avoid the spread of false information post-hurricane.